Greetings everyone and welcome back to Home Quest. My name is Michael Gray and you are on Newdeath Gaming. Last time we left off, we were improving
plus 252
our...
plus 1.5k wood, plus 2.1k stone, plus 1.4k leather, plus 552 bricks, plus 552 boards.
Okay, we're going to get a whole listing. The one thing about Home Quest
You have made
is...
contact with a group of kobolds. The emissary from the kobold tribe approaches. Nice obelisk. We wish you all the best for your new settlement. Before leaving, the kobolds start to explain. As it is customary for newcomers, the kobolds ask you for 30% of your food production and might come back to lend some resources. Collect 200
Looks like the
boards.
Kobolds want to try to make us give them tribute. So, looks like the mission today is to deal with the Kobolds. So, this is, of course, a continuing series. If you are liking this, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment if you have a question or some feedback or some tips and tricks for some other players. And I will make sure that if you have that information, you will be listed as a channel friend. And let's get into it here. So looks like we have, we're hearing kobolds are going to be forcing us to give tribute. Let's quickly check what we have. Let's listen to that message. I'm going to turn down the speed of my voiceover.
Headings, volume, speaking rate, 85, 87, 65%, 60%, lines.
All right, let's find out what's going on here. I didn't expect the Kobold situation to come up so soon. So one of the things that happens in Home Quest is after you get more notoriety, you get more population, you make more buildings, other tribes of magical, mythical creatures start coming to try to take what you have. Now, you can eventually get rid of them, but that's going to require raising an army and defeating them. So again, I also want to throw out there some spoiler alerts. If you don't want to know any of the things that are going to happen and how I deal with them and solve that, please be careful. I am going to be throwing out a lot of spoilers. And I'm going to take a little drink of my LaCroix today. I've got a little sparkling water, because I feel parched. Been doing a little bit of cleaning around the studio today, dusting and getting rid of that thick layer of gamer dust that is all around my apartment. I'm dusting the rafters and I'm dusting the walls and I'm dusting the shades and the windows. I just wanted my place to be nice and neat for the weekend. I plan on entertaining this weekend and I want my apartment to be nice and beautiful.
You are now being levied by the kobold tribes.
All right, we're
Image.
being levied.
You are now being levied by the kobold tribes.
Excuse me.
New building, storage, image, new building.
Okay,
storage.
Let's go through all of our reports. And that's what you want to do when you first come in. Listen to all the reports, and then we can go to our supplies and how much we have in inventory and all that stuff.
Kobold heist. The kobolds return at You are kobolds. You have made new building, monument, new building, stonu orcs, new building,
Okay,
lumber
we've
mill,
done that.
image,
Lumber
new building,
mill,
monument, kobolds. You have made contact with a group of kobolds. The emissary from the kobold tribe approaches. Nice obelisk. We wish you all the best for your new settlement. Before leaving, the kobolds start to explain. As it is customary for newcomers, the kobolds ask you for 30% of your food production.
Wow.
And might come back to lend some resources. Collect 200 bricks and boards. Image, kobolds.
Wow, they're just going to take what they want. I mean, we're so weak that we can't even stop them from just walking right into our village and taking what we have. You kobolds, that is not very nice.
You are now being levied by the kobold tribes. Image. You are now being levied by the kobold tribes.
Okay.
New building, storage, image.
Okay,
new building.
We've already got the
storage.
New building storage.
Kobold heist. The kobolds return at night. They steal 200 bricks and boards from your storage and leave swiftly. Asleep. You only notice their dancing silhouettes disappearing on the horizon.
Wow.
The villagers are disappointed. We will need some protection. Build a barracks and start training an army.
Okay,
train 5 warriors and 5 wolves. Image.
We're going
Kobold
to
heist.
need to train 5 warriors and 5 wolves. So we're going to be getting into some really cool parts of the game where we're going to be building troops and barracks. So this is great. And the kobolds are so despicable to just steal from us at night. We could have shared resources. We didn't have to get into this toxic relationship. All right, so let's go ahead and find out how much we have in all of our supplies, because I'm pretty sure we're overflowing, which is a no-no.
New building, armory, selected, log, new building, barracks,
New
image.
building, barracks.
New building, armory, image.
New building, armory.
Selected, log, button.
Okay, that's our log.
Town, button.
Let's find out.
Treasury,
Let's
button.
find out what we have in our treasury.
18 population.
Okay, our population is 18.
Gold edition. Food. Plus 0.34.
Our food is plus 34, which is great.
Food. 825. 100% full.
Oh, our
increasing
food
by
is 100%
0.34.
full. Okay, cool.
Heading.
Well, we don't really have to worry about them taking our food because we are totally overflowing with our food, and that's not good.
Wood.
We're going to fix
2.3K.
that.
100% full.
Our
increasing by
wood
1.51.
is 100%
Heading.
full.
Plus 2.24 from jobs. Minus 1.81 to population.
Okay.
Minus 0.08
And if you
to
want to
tribute.
listen
Total.
to
Plus.
everything
Stone.
that is
2.3K.
coming in,
100%
you
full.
can
Increasing
listen
by
to that
1.34.
whenever
Heading.
you
Stone. 2.3K.
swipe
100%
right
full.
on whatever
Increasing by
resource.
1.35.
VoiceOver
Heading.
will
Stone.
read it
2.3K.
meticulously.
100 plus 1.51 from bricks.
Bricks
1.3K.
are good.
100% full.
We're 100%
Stable.
full.
Heading. Plus 1.34 from leather. 2.2K. 100%
Oh, cool.
full.
Our
Increasing by
leather is now
1.51.
full.
Heading.
So we have a lot of resources that are 100% full. So we're going to put all these things to use.
Plus 1.51 boards. 1.3K. 100%
Okay,
full.
we're 100%
Stable.
full
Heading.
on boards.
Log. Button. Town. Button.
Okay, so we now know what resources, we've listened to that, we've heard everything we have. Now, let's go ahead and start building. We need to get some soldiers, we need to get some wolves, we need to build ourselves a defense.
Question mark. Dim. Question mark. Question mark. More. But more. Quest. Workers. Selected. Treasury. Button. Town. Button.
Let's go to town.
Selected.
Okay, now
Town.
that we selected town, let's start building here.
Utility. Selected. Production. Button. Service. Button.
Service.
Have 3. Cost.
Okay, let's go
Service.
to
Button.
service.
Selected. Service.
And service is where we're going to find our barracks.
Have 0. Cost. Armory. Increases lethal worker jobs by 1. Image.
Okay, we don't have any armory. So armory is basically the individuals in your civilization that make armor. So that's called the armory.
Build. Button.
Okay, let's find out how much the resource requirements are.
Armory. Increases lethal worker jobs by 1. Image. Build. Button. Have 0. Cost. Selected. Service. Button. Have 0. Cost. Leather. 60. Stone. 60.
Leather 60, stone 60. Oh, that's a really low requirement. So we're going to go ahead and get that started.
Armory. Build. Button.
Let's go ahead and build that.
Build.
How long does that take to build? We're going to swipe to the right.
4/60. Button.
Oh, it's a pretty beefy little building. So it's going to take 60, which is basically 60 seconds.
Build. 15/60. Button.
They're really slow seconds, so call it like 120 seconds maybe.
Cancel. Button.
Okay.
Have 0. Cost. Bricks. 45. Boards. 30.
Okay, what is this?
Barracks. Increases
the
army cap by
barracks
20.
is
Increases
really
instructor jobs
inexpen-
by 1. Increases unit queue limit by 3.
Oh,
Image.
good. So
Barracks.
we have a new job, instructor. So that is probably the person at arms who will be guiding our troops and teaching them how to fight. So let's go ahead and build that too.
Build. Button. Build.
Okay, let's find out how big this building is.
Waiting. Button. Cancel. Button.
Okay, we're in the queue. So the queue has been started because we only have one godly builder.
Log. Button. Selected. Town. Button.
Okay, so we are going to build our
Log. Cancel.
barracks right after our armory is built. This is awesome. So we're going to get started here and get our defenses built up here. And we have a quest. So that's one of the things to keep in mind when you're not sure what you need to do. You can go ahead, and it doesn't feel like cheating because I have a rule. So I don't like to ask for help unless I can't get it done. And even then, I'm willing to spend many, many weeks trying to figure out a problem. If I have to, I'll even restart because I really like to beat games myself. I don't like to ask for help unless I absolutely have already beaten the game. All right, just having a little bit more water.
Log. Button.
Let's find out if our armory is built.
Cancel. 50. Build. Barracks. Have 0. Build. Button. Armory. Increases lethal worker jobs by 1. Image.
Okay, I think our armory is already done.
Build. Button.
Okay, it's done. Let's find out if our barracks are built.
Have 1. Cost. Bricks. 960. Boards.
Great,
640.
great. I think both buildings are done. So now we're going to have to put a person to do that job.
Barracks. Build. Button.
Okay, let's go ahead and go down to our workers.
Army. Button. Question mark. Dim.
We have
Button.
we have an army tab. Cool.
Army. Button. Workers. button. Treasury, button. Workers, button.
Let's go to our workers
Selected,
button.
workers.
Let's make sure we have people in the armory.
Army, button. Question mark. Farmer, increase 6/6. Add farmer, dim,
Okay,
button.
we actually might need to get more population. I think that is what we're going to have to do.
6/farmer, increase it, resources.
Okay, yeah, we're going to need more people in order to get more people to be part of our army. But let's, we don't have anybody currently who can take on any jobs. But first, let us check and find out what new jobs are available. Remember, I've taught you that what you want to always do is whenever you make a new building, you want to make sure if there are any new jobs that are available. And that is the standard thing you want to do in HomeQuest whenever you build a new building.
Animal hunter, increases leather by 0.5.
Okay, we have a new animal hunter job, so we're definitely going to have to get a person doing that job.
3/20.
Okay. Oh, we already have 3 animal hunters. Okay.
Add animal hunter. Remove animal hunter. Production. Stonemison. Uses 1 stone. 1/1.
We have 1 stone person.
Add stonemison. Remove stonemison. Woodworker. Uses
We have a
1/1.
woodworker.
Add woodworker.
We
Dim.
have 1.
Remove woodworker. Leather worker. Uses 0/1.
Oh, we don't have any leather workers. Okay, so let's go ahead and take one of the persons off of our other jobs and have them work on our leather working.
Leather worker. Remove. Add woodworker. 1/1. Woodwork. Remove. Add stone. 1/1.
Let's go ahead and go up to our...
Stonemison.
We're going
Uses
to
1
want
stone.
to keep
Produces
people
0.5
working
bricks.
on our farms. I don't want to lower our food production. Let's go ahead and reduce one of our other resources that are already overflowing.
Production. Remove. Add 3. Remove. Add 4/30. Quarryman. Increases. Remove. Add logger.
Let's
Dim.
remove
Button.
maybe one of our loggers.
3/30. Logger. Increases. 3/30. Add logger. Dim. Remove logger.
Let's go ahead
Button.
and remove 1 logger from
2.
logging.
Free 1.
And let's go ahead and remove 1 person from stoneworks.
Quarryman. Increases stone by
Quarryman. Let's remove
0.33.
a quarry person.
4/30. Add quarryman. Remove quarryman. Add quarryman. 4/30. Add quarryman. Remove quarryman.
Let's remove
3.
2
Free
of
2.
those.
2. Free 3.
Okay, now we only have 2 quarry persons working and 2 wood persons, 2 lumber persons
Animal
working.
hunter. 3/20.
We've already got a lot of animal workers. I don't think we need that much, but for now, let's keep that at the number it is.
Add animal hunter. Remove animal hunter. Production.
Production.
Stonemison. Uses 1/1.
Okay, we've got 1/1.
Add stonemison. Remove stonemison. Woodworker. Uses 1 wood.
Woodworker.
1/1. Add woodworker. Remove woodworker. Leather worker. Uses 1 leather.
Okay.
Produce 0/1.
Let's go ahead and add 1 leather worker.
Add leather worker.
1
Button.
leather worker.
0. Add leather worker. Button.
Okay,
1. Free
good.
2.
Now we have leather being created for our armor.
Remove leather worker. Commons. Instructor. Increases unit train speed by
Okay.
1.0.
Ooh, okay. We're going to have an instructor, so we need to add 1 instructor.
0/1.
Okay, let's go ahead and add 1 instructor.
Add instructor. Button.
Okay, boom.
1. Free 1.
Now we have 1 free worker left. Let's find out if there is anything else we need to add a worker to.
Remove instructor. Log. Button.
Okay, that's it. So let's go ahead and put that last remaining. We removed a little too many workers from
Remove it. Added
jobs.
1. Instruct. Commons.
Let's go ahead and put back
Remove.
that
Add
last
one,
worker.
Leather, remove wood. Add woodwork. 1/woodworker. Remove stonemison. Add stone. 1/1. Stonemison. Production. Remove animal hunter. Add animal hunter. Button. Remove animal hunter.
Do we need
Button.
to add? Make sure we put that worker back to work.
Remove leather worker. Add leather worker. 1/1. Leather worker. Remove woodworker. Add woodworker. 1/1. Woodworker. Remove stonemison. Woodworker. Remove. Add stonemison. 1/1. Stonemison. Production. Remove animal hunt. Add animal hunter. Button.
Maybe we should add another.
Remove animal hunter. Production. Remove. Add animal hunt. 3/20.
Should we add an animal? I don't think we need to add another animal hunter.
Animal hunter. Remove quarryman. Add quarryman. Button. Remove quarryman. Add quarry. 2/30.
Let's add another quarryman.
Add quarryman. Button.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Free
Good.
0.
That's where we're going to put our extra worker at. And as you get more workers, you can begin to fill up your enormous number of possible workers you can have. Just, I would say, keep it even. That's your best bet. And as you see needs and where you have too much surplus, go ahead and reduce the workers as you need to and increase the workers as you need to. All right, now that we've got that done, and we now have an instructor, we now have a leather worker, let's go ahead and start building some troops.
Army. Button. Question mark. Army.
And
button.
you're going to hear a new tab open up.
Selected. Workers. Button.
You remember that the last tab we had was workers? Guess what? We now have a brand new tab.
Army. Button.
Which is going to be Army. Let's go ahead and double tap that.
Selected. Army.
Okay. Let's hear the information about Army, and I'm going to go through this for you.
Damage. Button. Select plus food. +0 dot. Selected. Tank. Button.
All right. You're going to hear the first kind of troop we have, which is called the tank. Now, I don't know why they call it the tank, but it's really cool because that is basically what your units do, who are your melee units. They basically keep your squishier, more specialized units safe from attack from the enemy's tank-like units. And yes, you will have many different units in this game, and that is one of the most fantastic parts of HomeQuest, is the many different military units that you're going to be able to have. And spoiler alert, so if you don't want to know this spoiler, please fast forward about 10 seconds. I'll wait. Okay, spoiler alert, you will get some really fantastic fantasy units like Valkyries, you'll get mages, you will get all kinds, arborists, you're going to get all kinds of really cool ranged and melee units, and they're going to upgrade in ability. So there's some really cool units that you're going to get little by little, and they are so much fun. But you're going to have to earn those, of course, by beating certain enemies and accomplishing certain quests in the game. All right, let's go ahead and find out what first unit we could build, which is a tank, and that's going to be a category. So tank is a category.
Damage. Button. Question mark. Damage. Selected. Tank. Button.
Okay, and damage. So damage is going to be the units that are typically what we would call in multi-massive, multi-online role-playing games, that would be what we call DPS, or damage per second. So they just call it damage. So the balance is you want to have quite a few tanks, but you also have to have damage, because without damage, you can't destroy enemy units. So let's go ahead and check out the tank, and then we'll check out the damage.
+0.34. Food. +0. Selected. Tank. Button.
Go ahead and double tap tank.
Damage. Question mark. Dimmed. Button.
And you have a question mark there, which will give you information about what it does.
Damage. Question mark. Dimmed. Button. Question mark. Dimmed. Warrior. Have 0. 60 hit points. 1 attack. Consumes 0.1 food per sec.
Cool. So that tells you everything you need to know about the warrior units. So you're going to be building a lot of these warriors. I would say start off with the bare minimum, because they eat a lot of food, and you do not want to go too quickly and build too many of a unit, because it is going to cost you food, and that's going to give you a catch-22 where you have to build more houses, use up more resources, get more population, put more people to work. So it's always a catch-22 when it comes to a building game.
Cost. Food. 45. Armor. 180.
Oh wow, cool. So that's how much armor costs to make them.
Train. Button. Cost. Warrior. Have 0. 60 hit points. Cost. Food. 45. Armor. 180.
Okay.
Train. Button.
Okay, let's go ahead and train a warrior.
Train.
Boom.
Dimmed. 2/90. Button.
Okay, it's going to take about 180 seconds, because I like to say it's 90. I would say that's about maybe 90 seconds. Think of it as seconds, the build queue. And then my timer's saying that I actually took a little moment there. I had a phone call that interrupted right in the middle. But I'm going to say that it's about 180 seconds. All right, let us...
31/90. Button.
Okay, it's building pretty good. 31/90. So we've already got that done.
Cancel. Button. Log. Button.
Okay, we
Cancel.
can't build
Button.
anymore.
41/90. Button.
So we're going to be able to only build, because we can only build one thing at a time. And that's because you have to upgrade your civilization in order to build multiple things. That's going to take time, and we're going to go through this step by step, and I'm going to be able to show you and let you hear exactly how you can upgrade your civilization in your town. Now, this episode is going to be all about understanding how that you get a new quest and
72
what you need to
90
do.
button.
We're also spending a lot of time in this episode just really understanding the basics of how the building queue goes, understanding that you can't build too many things at the same time. So I really want to take time so that we get all of those principles understood.
Cost, food, 45, armor, 180, not enough.
Okay, we don't have enough of those things. Now, whenever you hear not enough, that means you do not have enough resources. You're going to have to get more people gathering up resources. So what we're going to do is, while we are continuing to have more animal hunters get out there, we're going to go ahead and maybe build another armory so that we are getting a lot more leather armor being made. And that's how you increase your production. Production buildings are going to produce more the more of those buildings that you have, okay? So let's go ahead and remember, every time you build a new production building, you're going to need to put a new worker into that building to start operating it. For the most part, there are some oddities and differences in buildings, and we'll go through those step by step. But for now that we've got our first warrior built, let's also find out maybe we could build our first wolf. Now you're going to find wolves underneath damage category, but first you're going to want to go up to the top of the screen first.
18 population.
Okay.
1/20 gold edition. Food. Plus 0.20 resting. Plus 0.26.
As you can hear, our food production has gone down because soldiers immediately start eating. And that's something to keep in mind. You're going to have a lot of food to house this many soldiers and warriors and wolves.
Resting. Wounded 0, alive 1, warrior 1.
Okay, now we've just opened up a new thing, and this is something that is going to happen. When you have an army, you're going to have to manage it, which means army units get wounded, army units may be resting. Resting means they're not currently involved in any conflict. Wounded means that they were hurt in battle and now they need time to heal. Now you don't have to spend any special resources to heal units, they will just heal on their own. And as far as units that are in battle, we're going to get into how that works. That's probably going to be next episode because it's going to take us a while before we build enough troops that we can start having a little fun with battling in the open world part of this game. This game starts off very mellow, but it gets very complex and very gorgeous along the way. It's one of my favorite building games because there are not very many building games in the blind community gaming area. So I really want to thank the developer for making this kind of game because it is really fantastic. So well, let's see here. 1 second. All right, I apologize. Had quite a few distractions going on today. It just seems to be one of those unusually pleasant, wonderful, beautiful spring days that is just full of so many wonderful distractions. All right, so we talked about
workers button.
We were talking about how whenever you get a soldier, or what we're going to call a warrior, I'm going to try to keep my jargon specifically to the game's jargon. That creates less confusion. So you're going to hear me correct myself quite a bit because I don't want it to be any confusion about what you're building. Because if I start using the terms fighter and then it's a warrior, and if I start saying warrior and it's a fighter, then it's going to confuse you. So I mean, I'm used to playing D&D where you're constantly using interchangeable words. So we're just going to try to keep it as close to the actual terminology that the developer put into the game as possible.
Treasury button.
Okay.
Selected. Army button.
Okay, we've got one thing built. Now what we were going to do was we're going to build another armory.
Workers. Treasury. Town button. Selected.
Go up to town and
production. Selected. Have 1. Armory. Build button.
Okay, we have
armory.
We
increases
have one
leather worker
armory.
jobs by 1. Image.
We want more leather workers, so let's go ahead and build another armory.
Have 1. Cost. Leather. 110. Stone. 110.
Okay, now remember, whenever you build a building, the cost of the next building is going to go up. Sometimes not by much, but by a lot. It probably is a good idea to listen to the cost before you make the commitment and resources. Now, that isn't a big deal now, but later on down the road, it could be very costly if you do the wrong upgrade at the wrong time. So make sure you are very careful. Take notes, which is another great thing in role-playing games, is to take notes. Keep an idea about what is the most important aspects of any building project.
Armory. Increased build. Button.
Let's go ahead and build that armory.
1/60. Button.
Okay, so it's building right now. So you're basically upgrading things little by little, and that's what you want to be doing, upgrading little by little. So start increasing your buildings, and it's okay if you build a lot of buildings,
button.
Because buildings don't consume resources, thank goodness. Now, I always want to make things harder on myself, so I'm thinking in a future update, a great thing would be if you have buildings, there's a maintenance cost, and there's also a damage whenever your particular town is captured or levied or something bad happens. I love to see a cost related to repairing buildings. That would give this game just another touch of really cool like realism, and the dynamic would be that you really have to manage your resources and funds really well. I really like
cost,
that.
Leather 500, stone 500.
Okay, great. We've got our second armory built, which means we also need to put some more workers to work. Let's also increase our population.
Select plus 0 dot food. Gold edition. Food plus 0 dot utility. Button.
Let's go ahead and go to our utilities. Utility. And we need to get some more people working.
Production. Button. Service. Button. Have 9. House. Increases population cap by 2. Image.
Okay, we have 9.
Have 9.
We have
Cost,
9 houses.
Wood, 60.
Let's
stone,
go ahead and
60.
build at least another couple of houses.
House. Increases. Build. Button. Build.
Build and...
Build.
Build and...
Build.
Okay, good. We just built 3 houses. That's going to give us 6 people. And with those 6 people, we'll have more workers. Let's listen to the queue.
14/20 plus 2. Button.
Okay, cool. So we've got our queues set up. And those are going to go really fast because houses are a very minimal construction time. So it's only a 20 construction time.
Build. Button.
We should probably build some more storage because I've noticed that we are overflowing quite a bit. Ooh, I just dusted, so the dust is not loving me right now. There are dust motes just flying around like little fairies.
5/20. Button.
Okay.
Cancel. Have 3. Cost. Bricks. 25. Boards. 25.
Okay, we should build some more storage.
Storage. Increases resource storage capacities. Image. Build. Button.
Okay, we're going to build some more storage.
Storage. Build. Button.
Go ahead and build that.
Build.
Okay.
Storage. Build. Button. 4/60. Button.
Okay, storage is going to take a while to build. We want to not overflow, so building storage is the price we pay. But I think let's find out how much the next monument cost is too.
Cancel. But have 1. Cost. Bricks. 6.4K. Not enough. Boards. 6.4K.
Wow,
not enough.
6.4K. 6,400 bricks and 6,400.
Cancel. Have 1. Cost. Bricks. 6.4K. Not enough. Boards. 6.4K. Not enough.
6,400 boards.
Monument. Increases building queue limit by 2. Image.
Okay, I would really love to get another monument. Well, we simply do not have enough storage, but that's going to make it so that we can build faster. So monuments are basically going to give you those godly workers, which allow you to build quicker. But we do not have the storage and we do not have the resources yet, but we will work on that.
Have 1. Build. Storage. Okay. Increases resource storage capacities. Image. Have 4. Cost. Bricks. 40.
Okay,
boards.
Great.
40.
Our storage is getting higher. Let's get another house built.
Build. Button. House. Increases population cap. Have 12.
We have
Cost.
12 houses.
100. House. Build. Button.
Let's build a couple more houses. I want to get a lot of this done.
House.
All right, we are getting through everything here. Let's get to our...
Question mark. Dim. Button.
Let's keep working on our army.
26
and
population.
Let's build some... our population's up to 26. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and build another... Let's try to build ourselves a damage unit, a wolf. So we have a quest to do 5 warriors and 5 wolves.
Question mark. Dim. Button. Question mark. Dim. Warrior. Have 1. 60 hit. Cost. Food. 45. Train. Dim. Button.
And there's, as you can hear, we have our warrior.
Cost. Food. 45. Not enough. Armor. Train. Dim. Log. Button. Town. Button. Log. Button. Train. Dim. Button. Cost. Food. 45. Train. Log. Town. Button. Treasury. Button. Food. Starting. Need more. Minus 0.48.
Oh, we're starving. Ooh. We need to get some more food. Okay, let's...
Starting. Need more farmers. Minus 0.48.
Okay, we need to get some food. Okay, now you can't build any warriors, wolves, or anything if you're starving. Let's go ahead and get some farms going.
Minus 0. Selected. Army. Button. Question mark. Selected. Workers. Treasury. Button. Town. Button.
Let's get some
Selected.
more.
Town.
Let's get some people doing some more farming. Oh, actually, we don't need to build. Let's go ahead and put more workers on farms.
Army. Button. Question mark. Dim. Army. Workers. Button.
Okay, so that's a quick way to fix a food problem. So this is great. This is a good experience for everyone to hear what happens when you are starving. You need to quickly make sure that you have the maximum number of workers working on your farms.
Production. Stonemison. Uses 1 stone. 1/1. Add stonemison. Remove stonemison. Woodworker. Uses 1 wood. Produces 1/1. Woodworker. Removes. Add stone. 1 stone. Production. Remove. Add freeze. Animal hunter. Increases leather by 0. Remove. Add freeze. Coring.
I'm swiping really quickly.
Remove. Add farmer. 6 farmer. Increases food by 0.37.
Okay.
Characters. Headings. Volume. Speaking rate. 60%. Lines.
Alrighty.
Resource. 8 minus starving. Food. Starving. Minus 0.48. 8 free workers.
Okay, we have 8 free workers.
Resources. Farmer. Increases food by 0.37.
Okay, we're going to each farmer's... Okay, that's what they're increasing it by, 0.37.
6/6.
6/6. Okay, we don't have enough farms. Okay, that's the problem. Let's go back to towns. I'm sorry, we're going back and forth. And this is what you have to do sometimes. Let's go...
Army. Button. Select treasury. Town. Button.
Let's go back to town.
Selected. Town.
And let's go to production.
Selected. Utility. Production. Button.
Let's go to production.
Selected. Production. Utility. Button. Selected. Production. Service. Button. Have 3. Cost. Wood. Farm. Increases farmer jobs by 2.
We have 3 farms.
Image.
Okay. We need to build multiple farms.
Build. Button.
Let's go ahead and build 1,
Build.
2,
Build.
3.
Build.
Okay, we're building 4 farms. We're going to really get busy here. Okay. Now that we have farms being built, we're going to be opening up job opportunities for our workers, which is great, which is what we want. So that is fabulous.
Farm. Increase. Have 4. Cost. Wood.
We have
330.
averted disaster. Our poor people are starving. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good, sweetie. Sweetie Belle, that's not good. Our people are starving. That's not good. Let's get everyone some food here. All right.
Service. Button.
Okay, let's find out.
Have 5. Farm. Increases farmer job. Build. Button. 5/20 plus 1. Button.
Okay, 5/20. Okay, so when you hear that little formula, the first number is what it's building. That's the time it takes to build. And that secondary
19/20
number,
plus 1. Button.
that plus, that number after the plus, it means that it's going to build another exact unit. So you could very well have it say 4/20 plus 20, because that means it's going to be build 20 more units. That's very unlikely to happen structure-wise or unit-wise.
Have 7. Cost. Wood. 330.
Okay, so as you can hear also, the cost has gone up for building farms. As we discussed before, costs will go up as you continue to build units. It's not a static cost, which is great. I love it when a game challenges me. So that's the part of this game that is a little challenging. It gets a little costly.
Service.
Okay,
Button.
so now we have adequate farms being built. Let's maybe get one more farm in there.
Selected. Production. Service. Have 7. Cost. Wood.
We have
330.
7.
Farm. Increase it. Build. Button.
Let's build.
Build.
Maybe build one more.
Build.
Okay, we built 2 more. I want to be on the safe side, and let's go ahead and put those workers to work.
Army. Button. Workers. Button. Selected.
Okay.
Workers.
Now, a quick way to get to the tabs, I take my finger and I cheat a little bit. I will touch the bottom of the screen with my finger, and that usually touches the tabs. You can forefinger tap near the bottom of your screen, or you can swipe. Just letting you know there are multiple methods to go quicker. I get a little like scared, like I want to quickly take care of things, so I bounce my finger down and I listen for the sound of those lower tabs. Okay.
Animal Hunter 3/20. Animal add 3.
Okay, let's get our farmers working here.
6 farmer increases food by 0 6/18.
Okay, wow, we can have up to 18 farmers. Wow. Okay.
Add farmer.
Let's
Button.
go add 1.
7, free 7, 8, free 6, 9, free 5,
You can
10,
hear that
free
countdown? As we
11,
add
free 3.
workers to a job, you're going to hear how many free workers are left.
12, free 2, 13, free 1, 14, free 0.
All right, we have used up every free worker, which means our food problem should go away.
14/farmer increases resources. 0 free workers. +2. Food. +2.
All right, our food is really great.
Plus food. +2. 0 free workers.
Okay, great. I don't think we're going to have any problem with food for quite some time. But to be on the safe side, let's get some more houses built. Let's get some more storage built. And then let's go back and focus on building more warriors and wolves. Because I did say we were going to build a wolf. We got distracted. I apologize for that. Let's get back on it.
Army. Button. Selected. Treasury. Button. Town. Button.
Let's
Selected.
get to our town.
Selected. Service. Button. Have 9. Farm. Increases farmer jobs by 2.
Farm.
Image. Have 9.
Let's find out how much it costs.
Wood. 750.
750 wood. Wow, that's a lot of wood to build a farm.
Farm. Increases. Build. Button.
Let's go ahead and build it anyway.
Build. Dim.
We're gonna build. Okay, we are out of. Let's see.
Farm. Increases farmer jobs by 2. Have 9. Cost. Wood. 1.1k. Not enough.
Oh, 1.1k for our next farm build. Okay, so we're gonna call that a soft limit. So it's not a maximum. It just means it's probably way out of our
have 10. Cost.
level
Wood.
of
service. Button.
It's just going to cost us more than what we have in resources. So you're going to get that sticker shock, I call it, when you hit that soft limit. And that's because the cost is going up. Every time we build a building or a unit, I think soldiers stay the same. But when it comes to buildings, it's going to have a higher cost every time you build one. It's going to stay static for a minute, but then it's going to go up. Okay, let's stop
Army,
talking
button.
about that and let's move.
Workers. Treasury. Selected. Town. Button.
Let's get some more. We need more workers. We need more wood. We need more storage.
Log. But selected. Town. Button.
Okay,
Selected.
town.
Gold edition. Food. +2. Utility. Button.
Utilities. Go ahead and click
Selected.
utilities.
Utility.
We definitely need more workers because we need more people gathering wood. We've got to chop wood down.
Production. Button. Service. Have 13. Cost. House. Increases population
Okay,
cap
we
by
need
2.
more
Image.
houses.
Build. But house. Increases Have 13. Cost. Wood. 160.
Okay,
Stone.
the
160.
cost is so low to build houses. Let's get several houses built.
House. Increase. Build. Button. Build.
1
Build.
and 2.
Dim.
Okay, that's it. We're at our max.
House. Have 13. Cost. Service. But have 13. Cost. Wood. 260.
Wood,
Not enough.
260.
Stone.
Oh,
260.
wow, we really need to get some more workers gathering wood. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to the workers tab.
Question mark. Question mark. Army. Workers. Button.
Let's
Selected.
get some workers gathering wood here.
Resources. Farmer. Increase 14/20. Add farmer. Remove farmer. But logger. Increases wood by
We need some
0.5.
loggers. Okay, we need loggers.
2/30.
Wow, we need a lot more loggers. Let's go ahead and add a couple.
Add logger. Button. 3. Free 1.
And
4. Free 0.
great. That ought to help a little bit. We just added 2 loggers. We're going to get our loggers up. And as we get more free workers, we're probably going to try to balance our loggers so that we can keep up with the demand. So that's the key to home quests. When you're starting to really get into your building, you're going to have lots of ebbs and flows, and you're going to have to monitor that. Especially keep an eye on your food. Okay, do we have another free worker?
4/30. Add logger. Button.
Let's go ahead and add another log.
5. Free 1.
Okay, okay. Now we've got 5 loggers. Let's slow down. Okay, so slow down a little bit. Let's make sure that we don't need to add more. Maybe we should probably add ourselves another stone worker.
Remove logger. But quarryman. Increase it 3/30.
We've got 3. Well, we haven't heard any issues with stone. So, maybe let's just add maybe just to be on the safe side, let's just keep putting in more wood.
Quarryman. Remove logger. Button. Add logger. Button.
Let's go ahead and add
6.
the logger.
Free 0.
Okay, good. So we just added everyone to log, or we just added like 4 loggers. So that's going to really do good. Now let's go ahead and go back.
Army. Button. Selected. Treasury. Town. Button.
Go
Selected.
back to town.
Selected. Utility. Production. Button.
And so you want to get used to, let's do an overview real quick. Let's do a review. Okay, so let's talk about the principles of how this game works. So you want to get really used to how it works. When you first log in, you're going to want to always check your log to make sure that you're not in the middle of a quest that needs to be completed. You need to find out whether you're being levied or if there's a problem, if you're being attacked, if there is a new issue, if there is starvation. So totally before you start a game, get everything figured out. Make sure you know how much your food is, hear your population, hear how much problems you're having with getting levied or having to pay taxes or burdens or whatever. Hear all that information. Secondly, get over to your treasury and hear how much you have in all of your resources. If you have anything that's really doing badly, those are going to be what you're going to want to focus your session on improving. You've got to compensate for things like troops. So when you're buying army units, you know that they're going to eat a great deal more food. So listen out for how much they cost. Also, take note of how much resources are used to build each one. You're also going to want to spend some time learning how to use them, and we're going to talk about that in the next episode of Home Quest. We're probably going to get into fighting. We're going to get into how we can get ourselves free from the Kobold Empire. For now, though, we're going to spend a lot of time trying to get this quest complete. And the quest that we're doing is to build 5 warriors, to train 5 warriors, and to train 5 wolves. Another very important part about Home Quest is you want to learn how to navigate the tabs. So you want to be able to move from the Town tab. Now the Town tab has multiple tabs within it. So on the Town tab, you've got Utilities, you've got Productions, you've got Service. So you can be on the Town tab, but be on a different part of its menu. Then you've got the Treasury tab, and the Treasury tab has got your typical left to right swipe of your finger to hear all the information there. You can also 2 fingers swipe down from the top of the screen to hear everything that's on that tab. Then you get over to the Workers tab, and that's where you assign people to do jobs, and that's a very important tab to understand. You've got to balance your workers into every job. You don't want to overwhelm one job. Like for instance, I actually have maybe a little too many people doing farming right now, and I will probably spread them out and reallocate those workers to different jobs. But for now, to make sure I don't run out of food, I've got a lot of workers doing farming. Okay, now the 4th tab, Army, you're going to want to learn how that works. Now, you're going to get new units as you open up and complete quests. As you open up more areas, as you complete quests, you're going to open up new units. Now, usually the log, or the thing that tells you what's happened, everything that's happening to you is on the log. The log is going to tell you when something new has happened. So definitely read your log all the time. Make it a consistent practice of yours before you start playing to read all the information on your log so you know exactly where you stand. Okay? And another important thing is to listen to how much things cost before you build it. And that's kind of very important. You're going to also want to get really comfortable with understanding the queue, how long it takes things to be built, the time it takes to build things. You're going to want to pay attention to your storage. Storage takes a long time to build, so don't wait to the last minute to build storage. So make sure you're ahead of your storage needs. Also, pay attention to how many builders you have. The awesome builders, you don't get a lot of them. Work toward getting more builders by improving your storage and upgrading your town. So those are important. Pay attention to your population. Keep increasing it little by little, but also pay attention to how much food is being brought in. Pay attention to whether your food is going negatively or positively. Your foods are decimal, so there's going to be a decimal sometimes. So you might hear that you have a plus 2.3 food, so pay attention to that. Really be careful. When you start hearing it's negative, like you're losing food, or you hear they are starving, that's time to take decisive action and immediately reallocate your workers to your farming. Whatever you're running low on, reallocate workers to that
Instagram.
particular
Now,
job.
Follow Josephine.
All right. So, and okay, let's go ahead and make sure that we are
Army
getting
button.
everything done. Let's go over to our army.
Selected. Army.
I think we're doing really good. Let's find out whether or not we can build that wolf.
Question mark. Dimmed. Question mark. More. But more. But more. Question mark. Dim. Question mark. Warrior. Cost. Train. Log.
Okay,
button.
we can build more warriors. That's great.
Town. Button. Treasury. Workers. Selected. Army. But question mark. Question mark. Dimmed. Button. Question mark. More. Button. More. Button.
Let's get to
30
our...
population. Wounded 0. Alive 1. Selected. Tank. Button.
Okay, we don't want the tank. We're going to try to get to damage.
Damage. Button.
Okay, let's go ahead and
Selected.
select
Damage.
that damage.
Question mark. Dimmed.
Okay,
button.
so now let's find out what damage units we can build. So that was our mission.
Question mark. Dimmed. Wolf. Have 0. 30
Okay.
hit points. 3 attack. Consumes 0.1 food per sec. Wolves
Okay.
need no armor.
All right, so this is really important to listen to. So you want to know what each unit does. So the great thing is it's going to tell you how many attacks the wolf makes. It's going to tell you how many hit points it has. And it even tells us if the wolf requires armor, and it does not. So let's go ahead and build some wolves. And these are going to be our high damage units.
Cost. Food. 250.
Okay, it's only food costs for wolves. Wolves are really inexpensive.
Train. Button.
Let's go ahead and train a few wolves.
Train.
1 and
Train.
2 and
Train.
3.
Dim.
Okay, we're out of queue for that one. So we've got 3 built.
Cost. Wolf. Have 0. 30 hit. Question mark. Wolf. Have 0. 30 hit points. 3 attack. Consumes 0.1 food per
Okay.
sec. Question mark. Dimmed. Question mark. Dimmed.
Okay, so
button.
we've got 3 wolves being built. So we'll wait for those to get
Question.
done.
Wolf. Have 0. Cost. Food. 2. Train. Dimmed. Button.
Okay, it's building right now.
26/60 plus 2. Button.
Okay, 26/60. So it's a really slow build. And we have a +2, which means we're going to be building this first one. So that's what the 2 variables are. The first variable is the current count you are on. This is a real-time strategy game. You're going to hear as it builds, voiceover will take over and start talking. The second number past the / is going to be the maximum number you need to reach before the unit is built. Then you're going to
0/60
hear...
plus 1. Button.
You hear that?
1/60 plus 1.
Okay,
button.
so now it's building
2/60 plus
again.
1. Button.
You hear that?
3/60 plus 1. Button.
Okay.
Cancel. Button.
Now, then you can also cancel, by the way, but that's obvious.
13/60 plus 1.
The plus
button.
1 means we have
14/60
one
train.
more being
button.
built, okay? So great. It's great. Our wolves are being built. This is awesome. Let's go ahead and add one more to the queue.
25/60 plus cancel. Button. Log. Button. Town. Log. Cancel. 29/train. Button.
Let's go ahead and train another one.
Train. Dimmed.
Okay. And that's it. We do know something. We can only build 3 at a time. Okay, so this is great. We're very close to completing our quest. So take your time, pay attention to what the quests are. That's very key here. And that's the complete part of our review. So you have done the review. So you're starting to actually understand how this game works. Now, I have been playing this game for a long time, almost maybe a year and a half. So I don't always get around to bringing it to the channel's attention, but I really want you all to know that I'm beyond my rustiness now, so I'm good. But I just wanted to really emphasize how great this game is. It is one of the few building games we have in the blind gaming community. There are just not enough great games like this. And if you're a developer and you are hoping to attract the blind gaming community, please please, 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 please make more building games, more complexity. We just don't want to play just simplistic games. We love music. We love music. We love games that have like thoughtful design put into them. We love games that have strategic and real-time strategy elements. We love games with idle elements. We love games with lore and fantasy and RPG, things that we love being able to rename units. So I really would love to see more developers allow players to be able to name their units. I really wish that HomeQuest would let you name your towns. That's kind of one of the really strange things that's missing from this game. But of course, other than that, these are just really small critiques. The game is fabulous, absolutely awesome. I do love this game so much. All right, so I think we almost have enough wolves. Now that our wolves are being built, what we're going to do is we need to complete our warrior builds. Let's walk back up to our warriors.
Cost, wolf, question mark, selected, damage, tank, button.
Let's go ahead and select tank.
Selected, tank, damage, button, question mark, dimmed, button, question mark, dim, warrior, have 60 hit points,
okay.
1 attack, consumes 0.1 food per sec. Cost, food, 45, armor, 180.
Okay, I think we have enough armor.
Train, button.
Let's train a few warriors.
Train.
1 and
train.
2
train
and
dim.
3. Okay, good. So we only need one more warrior and we're going to complete our quest. So we're very, very, very close to getting this done. And next time, like I said, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about how to get ourselves out from under this Kobold levy. All right, so we're just waiting for one more warrior to be built, then we're going to build the other one.
28/90 plus 2, button.
Okay, we've got yeah, it's going to take a while. They're building them right now, so they're training them right now. And that's what your instructor's job is to do, is to train these troops. Now, the more instructors you have, the faster these units are built. You are not required to have an instructor. As far as I know, you do not have to have one. I would advise you to have one, though. It's just so much quicker. You don't want to be waiting all day for your troops to be built. So, yeah, have an instructor.
61/90 plus 2.
You
button.
don't have to maximize your instructors. Okay, so while that's being built, let's go ahead and
selected army button, workers, treasury button, town
let's
button.
go back to our
selected
town tab.
town. Service button, have 15. Service production button. Service production button.
Shall we make? I don't think we need any more food. I think we should probably. Maybe we should work on a little bit. Maybe one more armory. I don't know if we really need one.
Selected utility.
You know,
button.
let's build some more storage because that's really our big issue.
+1 dot selected utility button.
Let's go
Selected
to utility.
Production service have 15. Cost wood 260.
Okay, we're doing
stone
really
260.
good on our
house increases pop
houses.
build button have 4. Cost bricks
storage.
40.
We
boards,
need some
40.
storage.
Storage increase build button.
Let's go ahead and build some storage. There we go. 1
build
and 2. We've got 2 storage. Maybe one more.
build 9/60 plus 2 button.
Cool. We've got a lot of storage being built, so we're not going to have an issue. Maybe one more.
Build button.
Let's go ahead and build one more.
Build
Okay, great.
18/60 plus 3.
Whoa, we
button.
got 3 storage being built. Great. So we're doing pretty good here. We're getting our storage being built. We're not going to be overflowing.
Cancel button. Have 1. Cost bricks 6. Monument increases building
We
queue
have
limit
our
by 2.
one monument.
Image monument. Have 1. Cost bricks 6.4k. Not enough. Boards.
Yeah,
6.4K.
we'll get another
Not
monument
enough.
eventually. We'll work on getting that. All right, now that we're doing really good, so we've got our production going.
+1.20 food gold 6 30 population 6 gold edition 6/20 army 30 population
30 population.
6/20 army
6. Okay, so now you're hearing our army number. Okay, so that's another new number that's going to pop up. So now that we have an army
7/20 army
right after, and you hear how that number has gone up. So you're going to hear voiceover announce any increase or decrease. So now that we have a population, we now are going to also hear the separate number, which is our army. So we're starting to build up a nice little army, y'all.
gold edition food +1.19
plus 1.19. All right, our food is starting to level out a bit. I don't want to get much lower than 1.0 food coming in. But yeah, you can let food go down pretty low, but don't let yourself get to starvation. That's not good. You can't do anything if you're starving. There's a penalty for that.
Selected. Utility. Button. Production. Button.
Okay. So our food's doing really good. We have a lot of farmers.
Service. Button. Production. Button.
We should maybe...
Selected. Utility.
We've got
button.
we're building some nice buildings.
Production. Button.
Let's check out our production.
Selected. Production.
Maybe there's something we should
Service.
maybe...
Button. Have 10. Cost. What? Farm. Increases
Okay,
farmer jobs by 2.
we have a good amount of
Image.
farms. I wonder if we should maybe build a few more farms, but you know what? We need to build more houses. We just need more population.
Build. Button. Have 1. Cost. Stone. 1. Stoneworks. Increases stonemus and jobs by 1.
We have a lot of
Image.
stoneworks.
Build. Button. Have 1. Cost. Lumber mill. Increases
We have
woodworker
enough
jobs by 1.
lumber mills.
Build. Log. Button. Selected. Town. Button.
Okay. Let's just get more population.
Army. Button. Workers. Treasury. Button. Selected. Town. Button. Food. Gold edition. 8 gold. Food. Plus 1.11.
All right.
Utility. Button.
Let's get our utilities.
Selected.
So,
Utility.
houses are going to be underneath utilities.
Production. Button. Service. Button. Have 15. Cost.
15
wood.
houses.
260. Stone. 260.
Well, our house cost is still pretty low. Let's build a few more.
House. Increase. Build. Button. Build.
1.
Build.
2.
Build. Build. Dimmed.
Cool. All right, we got 4 houses being built. So our population is going to jump quite a bit, and we're going to get those workers to do some jobs that we need. Definitely keep our food productions up, but we also can spread those workers out among several of our other jobs.
Question mark. Dimmed. Button. Army. Button. Workers. Button.
Let's go over to
Selected.
our workers tab.
0 free workers.
Okay, we need to wait for our houses to be built, and then we'll start getting some workers coming in. So that's it for now. I think we're good. We've got by now you have a really strong foundation in what we're doing here in HomeQuest. You should basically understand all the tabs. You should understand how the utilities, production, and service menus selections work. You also have learned how to take advantage of the log to know exactly what you're dealing with. You've learned to listen for your population, your army. You know that you should buy the gold version, by the way. I would totally not waste my time with any ad roaches. Just buy the gold edition, folks. Support developers who make games for people in the blind community. Just buy the gold version. Don't stop it. Just buy the gold version. Don't argue with me.
2 free workers.
Oh, we had 2 free workers. Let's get over there. Yeah, just buy just buy it.
Logger. Increases
Okay,
wood by 0.5.
logger.
6/30.
6/30.
Add logger. Button. Remove logger. Quarryman. Increases stone by 0.33.
I think we should add a few more farmers.
Remove. Add log. 6/30. Logger. Increase. Remove. Add farmer. Button.
Let's add it.
15. Free 3.
Let's go.
16. Free 2.
Okay, I'm going to add a whole bunch of farmers. And
Remove. Log. 6. Add logger. Remove logger. Quarryman. 3. Add quarryman. Remove quarryman. Animal hunter. Increases leather by 0.5.
Animal hunter.
3/20.
I think we're good. We have enough animal hunters.
Add animal hunter. Remove animal hunter. Production. Stonemison. Uses 1/1.
We have enough stoneworks. Now, when you add more buildings, you're going to need to add more people.
Add stonemison. Remove stonemison. Woodworker. Uses 1 wood. 1/1. Add
We don't
woodworker.
need to add
Remove
any more
woodworker.
there.
Button. Leatherworker. Uses 1 leather. Produces
Leatherworkers?
1/2.
Oh, we could add another leather worker. Let's go ahead and do that.
Add leatherworker. Button.
Okay, we're out of time. Just in time for me to give a little extra showing here on the workers tab.
1/ add leatherworker.
Let's go ahead and add our leather worker. Great. So we have 5 free workers. Let's spread those around evenly so that you don't want to overemphasize one resource over the other. Keep your workers evenly distributed so that you are getting steady stream from all your resources. Now, if you really need to build something very important, it's okay if you allocate workers a little differently than I do. Experiment and play around with it yourself and see what you can come up with. You might come up with a much better strategy than I've come up
Remove
with.
Remove comments. Instructor. 1/1.
1/1.
Remove instructor. Log. Button.
Okay,
Remove,
let's go ahead and spread around these last 5 workers.
Remove woodworker. Add woodworker. 1 woodworker. Removes. Add stonemus. 1/1. Stonemus. Production. Remove animal hunter. Add animal hunter. Button.
Let's add an animal
4.
worker.
Free 4.
Okay, we've got some more animal workers now going. Maybe let's add, yeah, it's good enough.
4/20. Animal hunter. Remove quarryman. Add quarryman. Button. 3/30. Add
Let's
quarryman.
add
Button. 4. Free 3.
Quarter,
5. Free 2.
quarry persons.
5/30.
Okay.
Quarryman. Increases stone by 0. Remove logger. Add logger. Button.
Okay, how many loggers?
6/30.
Let's
add logger.
One
Button.
more walker.
7. Free 1.
We got one more free, and let's put that last one on food.
7. Logger. Remove farmer. Add farmer. Button. 17.
Okay,
Free 0.
great. All right, so that's it. We've done it, folks. So we've had a nice long little episode here, and I just like to make sure you all get your full, show worth of information. I also, when I start to like games, I start to enjoy them. I play them a little bit longer. I'm not your typical YouTuber who puts out one video a week and calls himself a bombardment of episodes. I mean, I'm not bombarding people. I just like to put out content because I really don't feel like in the blind gaming community that we put out any content. Most YouTubers in the blind community put out maybe a video a week. 2 if you're lucky. Most of the time, it's once every other week. Why can't we have people who are like us putting out content on a consistent basis? I'm that YouTuber for you. And you can support me by liking, subscribing, and sharing. But I don't do this for money. I don't do this for ad revenue. I don't do this because I'm desperate. I do this because I love it. And I love doing it for the community. I love doing it for you all because I love playing games. I started playing games when I was barely old enough to walk. And I've loved games my whole life. I love role-playing games, action games, building games, anything you can think of. That's me. So puzzles, adventures, and I'm really all about our community. It's all about accessibility. I play what you can play. I am totally blind, and if you're totally blind, I'm only playing what you can play. You probably can play better than I can. There's a lot of games I'm just terrible at, but I play games that you can play. I don't play a game that a totally blind person can't play. I play the games that anyone who is totally blind can play. That's all I showcase on my channel. Not counting the stuff I did in the old times. Those were different times. But right now, the whole point of this channel is accessibility for those who are blind and visually impaired. That is the 100% whole point of this channel. That is all I am here to do. And I am here to give you content. I put out a video every single day. It's at least 20 minutes, but sometimes as long as an hour to 2 hours. And I don't mind on the weekends putting out my own version of a stream. I do not know how to stream right now on YouTube because I don't have OBS or any of the other fancy stuff. I will figure out how to do all that. I do know how to use iMovie really well. And yes, I will be doing an iMovie tutorial. I was asked by one of our channel friends to do one, and I will do one. There are some YouTubers who are blind who have done complete tutorials on iMovie, and I will also be linking them in the description. I learned how to use iMovie from other blind YouTubers, and I love iMovie. It is awesome. Thank you, Apple. It is so accessible. There's only a tiny few things on iMovie that don't work right, but other than that, I have to say iMovie is incredibly accessible. But yes, getting back to what I was talking about content, you're not bombarding people if you are dropping content every day. People come to YouTube for content. It's TV. YouTube is TV for what I used to watch when I was a kid back in the 80s. YouTube is television. Content should be coming out every day. There should be something for you to listen to every day. And if you are just not that great a YouTuber and it's no fun to listen to you, then I can understand why you think you're bombarding everybody. But the whole point of YouTube is to put content out. And I'm one of those blind content providers that puts out content every day. I love what I do. I love playing games. I hope I'm not terribly annoying, and I hope that what I'm doing is enjoyable for you. And I'm here to provide that entertainment. I try to throw a little role play. I try to throw a little action. I try to throw a little humor. I try to have a little relaxation. I throw a little edginess in there every now and then, a little bit of everything. Those are really important things to me. And I am very humble and very appreciative for everything that the people on this channel do. All my subscribers who have stuck with me since I was a rookie on the block, who have stuck with me through all of my disability issues, who have stuck with me through all of my growing pains, my bad sound videos, my great videos, my funny videos, my terrible videos, that you stuck with me. I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And thank you to the blind YouTubers out there who are also mentoring me and teaching me. I learn a lot from you. I may not do everything the way you do it, but I learn so much from what you do. I appreciate all of you, and I am always willing to collaborate with you at anything. Let's all do the same games. Let's all talk about the same accessibility. Let's all get on the same page. Let's stop being separate in the blind community. Let's start being together. Let's start collaborating and coming together to be part of a loving community that sticks together. Let's give each other love. Let's start crediting each other for the good things that we do. There are so many great blind, visually impaired YouTubers out there. I mean, I've been listening to Steve Saylor. I love what he does. I love James Raff. I listen to Legally Sighted, do his mixers. Sad to see and hear those go. I even listen to Molly Burke a lot. I'm not much into fashion and makeup and all that kind of stuff anymore, but I just mean I am a lover of people in the blind community, and I have several other, I hate mentioning YouTubers who are visually impaired because there's so many of you, like Blind Life. I don't want to miss any of you. I love all of you. I don't want to miss any of you. So I don't mention it because I would need to have my Victor out, and I would need to be reading off the entire list, because to me, all YouTubers in the visually impaired community are super important. You are all gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, wonderful people. I just want to say that. At the end of this video, I'm blowing out this enormous soapbox here, but I also am throwing out the love, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm not ashamed of my honesty, not ashamed of the love I give. I give love to my community, give love to all of you. The people that come to Newdeath Gaming are the greatest people in the entire world. We are the best community. We're the most loving community. We are a blind community, a blind gaming community that believes that we deserve to play. And we give love to the developers who bring these games. We may not always be able to afford every single offering, but we do whatever we can. We may not be able to afford a game, but we might throw all kinds of happiness your way and let people know to check it out. Myself personally, I personally invest in any developer. I will buy stuff off your paywall. I'm buying your t-shirts. I'm buying your coffee cups and mugs. I'm preaching about you nonstop because I am a huge believer in developers who make games for my community. You are dear and near to my heart. Thank you so much for what you do. Recent note, I really want to thank Mental Homes. Hans, thank you so much. You're a wonderful, beautiful person. Thank you so much. Sonar Islands is fantastic. You really put in the extra work to make that game accessible. You are awesome. And thank you all for coming today. Love yourself, each other, be kind. Thank you for listening to my really long conversation with you. I really love all of you. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we will come back. We are probably going to do Sonar Islands on Saturday, a really long episode. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I don't know. I have a schedule. I might do possibly a game that one of my channel friends has wanted me to do. Probably I will throw that out there. It's a game that's a little tough to play. So tomorrow I will have a surprise game. We're just gonna chill and have a relaxing time tomorrow. We'll play a game tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna do Sonar Island Saturday stream. I kind of like that name. Sonar Island Streams. Sonar Island Saturday Streams. I don't know. I've got to think about it. I'll let Sweetie Belle decide. She's a good namer. She's an excellent namer. Sunday, I have a brand new D&D app. It's an accessible app. By the way, all of my D&D apps are 100% accessible. Some of them have minor problems. Stop it. Don't start complaining. Yes, it is my job. Not anyone else's job. It is my job to talk to developers when there's a problem with a game. I don't mind how long it takes to get developers to fix games. Sometimes they listen to me, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they hear me, sometimes they don't. But I don't give up. I'm about advocating for the blind gaming community. I'm going to get them to fix it. If I have to keep sending them constant emails, they will fix it. Okay, so I will be doing a D&D accessible utility on Sunday. Yes, I know, so boring, D&D, but I love D&D. It is a great game for people who are blind and visually impaired. I am still looking for people who are interested in playing D&D. I love teaching beginners. I love teaching people who know nothing about D&D, and I specialize in teaching people who are blind and visually impaired. If you want to learn how to play D&D, I am going to be letting you know pretty soon how you're going to be able to play D&D, and I will teach you how to play it. I love letting people experience D&D. I believe in making it frictionless. I believe in making it easy. I believe in making it inclusive. I believe in session 0. I believe in making the content wonderful and inclusive for everyone, and it's a great experience. And I have my own Zoom, and I have my own setup, and I've got everything ready to rumble. And I am kind of a little behind schedule because I am still uploading every single day. But I will be throwing out some wonderful video action. So again, love yourself, each other, be kind, wear your mask, even though you're vaccinated. Like I've got mine, you've got yours, but be safe out there, please. Everyone, love you so much. Take care, and let's hang out again tomorrow. Bye.